I think we're live. Yes, we are live. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new stream. And that is right, everyone. We are back with an updated 2024 primary map prediction for the GOP. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm certainly having a great day myself on this beautiful September 5th, 2023. And like I said, we are doing an updated GOP primary map with the updated polling. We got some debate stuff and all of that. Now, before we continue with today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. And like usual, if you want your questions, comments, concerns, whatever, answered for sure, best ways to send a super chat. All support is greatly appreciated, but yeah, send a super chat in the chat. I'll read your questions, comments, whatever. But like usual, I'll try to get through everything in chat. Now, before I forget, let me be clear. It's looking likely Trump's going to be the nominee, but I still want to do these updated maps to see how it's trending for second place, because that's really what's happening at this point. It is the race to the bottom for everybody. So, let's see how chat's doing. How have you been? I've been doing pretty good. Blue Idaho inevitable, true. Suarez sweeps the map. Yeah, Suarez is the first one to drop out. He has officially kicked off the prediction. Woohoo! Finally. So, I know there's a couple special elections tonight, but I decided, you know what, if it was like a Senate special election, I would probably, watch it, but it's a congressional one, and I hope that, Becky Edwards loses, but it's not looking too good for that. So, yeah, I would do it, but again, it's later, and it's just Utah. I hope Becky loses, but I swear if they freaking get her over the hump, a pro-Biden Republican is about to win an R+20 seat. That's why I'm not even going to stream it, because hopefully we win, but it's not looking too good. I mean, a pro-Biden Republican, what a freaking, and she got 2% the convention. So, hopefully some magic beans happens tonight, but not likely. I low-key like Doug Burgum. I agree. Will you, hold on. Gloria Johnson. Yeah, so, Marsha Blackburn has a challenger. It's the lady that got kicked out of the state legislature in Tennessee. So, that's kind of the big announcement for today for the candidates and stuff. This will be like a pro-Trump Democrat winning in Manhattan. Yeah, I mean, wasn't there was like some pro-life, super conservative Democrat that supported Trump. Whatever happened to that guy? He got like second in the primary or whatever. It was like in the Bronx, I think. A very reliable source told me that DeSantis is going to win. Just wait until the debate and when the delegates vote their conscience. Yeah, we're at the point of wait for Iowa. You thought that was a meme? Well, we are at that stage. These DeSim people, I don't know what they're doing anymore. I really do not know what the hell these people are talking about. It's like, now this to show you how much crap they're full of. Back in January, the Wall Street Journal, released a poll that had DeSantis up by 20 over Trump, or whatever it was. And all the DeSims labeled as the greatest polling firm ever. The same poll comes out 2 days ago, Trump up by 30, and they're claiming it's fake. These people, you can't make this up. They go from 100% believing the same poll. Not like a different pollster or whatever. The exact same one to saying it's fake news because it has Trump winning. You can't make this up, people. Oh my gosh. Yeah, vote your conscience. Yeah, we're at that stage, I think. Like, they're going to try to pull Ted Cruz, but it's not going to work too well. The polls are fake unless they support it. Yeah. That's what it's coming down to. It's pathetic, but some of these people just, what's wrong with some of these people? I don't know. Is it like some kind of like groupthink, like disorder or something? I don't know. They all say it's all at tangent. It's the second the tweet comes out, all these DeSantis influencers that got paid off, they all tweet the exact same thing. It's like, do the math. But, yeah, alright. Enough stalling. I think it's time we get into the primary prediction. Let's see. Blackburn won't go down. Yeah, she's gonna win easy. That's just a money hole for the Democrats, so go right ahead. Spend $100 million on that. Let's see. I think the Supreme Court will set out the Alabama Republicans on their new map. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about that because there's some information going around, and apparently the Alabama, the newest map, it got struck down. Now, with that being said, however, people are saying the Supreme Court ruled on it. No, they never did on the merits. They just ruled on an emergency injunction, and somebody pointed that out on Twitter. So, again, it's likely the maps get overturned, but maybe this sticks? Who knows? I'm getting real sick of these Democrats that say racism shouldn't be allowed in redistricting, which I agree with. You know, you shouldn't be doing redistricting based on race. That should never be a factor. But these same people defend the Nevada map, which splits up Mexican communities in frickin' Nevada. It's just like, what are you supposed to think? Hispanic, I should say, but it's just an example. It's like, these people don't care about them, but it suddenly matters in Alabama? But Nevada, they do the arguably in a more egregious thing? Because there's no majority-minority Hispanic district in Nevada. It's like, where are these people complaining for that? Man Milk for 5. Can we get a 2024 map where both Manchin and West play strong spoiler campaigns, plus active recession, plus increased cost of living crisis? Thank you so much for the super chat. You know, it's one of those things where it's a lot of, like, what ifs. You know, it's like, what if X happens? What if this, that, and that happens? I may do that. Because we're already seeing, like, 2 of them. Yeah. Democrats when districts don't have 49.9% black vote. Democrats when they draw an inch-wide line across the entire city of Chicago. Yeah, I mean, these same people, they don't blink an eye at Illinois, Nevada, Massachusetts, Maryland. They don't bat an eye to that. But Alabama? It just, some of these people, I don't know. I don't know what to think. Perhaps the NPC meme isn't a joke. Yeah, some of these DeSantis influencers, I can't believe I'm saying that. They have to be paid. They have to be AI. You notice that every time one of these idiots tweet, all of them tweet at once about the same exact thing. Look it up. Look at these people. It's within minutes. They're all saying the same thing. This poll is fake because it's a Trump pollster. Even though it's the same poll from 6 months ago or whatever. It just, I don't know. Don't know what to think. Would you support a Christie run against Menendez if he drops out? No. He's so unpopular he would probably hurt Republicans in New Jersey. Saw a new poll with Cameron at 42 and Bashir at 51. It's Jover. That was a Democrat polling firm, but yeah, it's not looking pretty good. Not looking good right now. Hopefully Cameron can pull it off, but it's not. it would be nice to win it, but really, what's the difference between camp? Because with how Kentucky works, you just need a simple majority to override a veto. So the state legislature controls it. Nevada had R+4 generic House ballot, but only won one seat. Yeah. Those are the democracy lovers. That's fine, but whatever. It just... it's just the hypocrisy of some of these people. And then gloat about it. Like I saw one person saying, we are going to punish the voters of Alabama by drawing 3 Democrat districts. It's like, you could tell these people don't give a rat's ass about black voters. If they vote a Republican, they would be demanding the Voting Rights Act gets abolished. I mean, that's who these people are. They don't care about black people in Alabama. They don't. They give a rat's ass about them. They just like them because they vote Democrat. What do you think of the RNC rule change that gives the RNC the ability to overturn a primary vote and appoint a nominee of their choosing if they want? I didn't hear about that. They split the Hispanics in Nevada so that GOP can't win a seat. Yeah, that's fine, but Alabama, that's totally not fine, even though it's arguably one of the fairest maps you can make in Alabama with how the current system works. Your thoughts about the 13 key forecasting model? It's a nice thing to look at, but I think it's outdated. Like, I know it supposedly got 2020 right, but you look, it's so subjective. It's like, somehow, Biden, you look at some of this stuff, it's like Biden doesn't have a foreign policy disaster. I don't know what to think. The 13 models, nice to look at, but we're at such unprecedented times, I wouldn't look at it that much. I mean, just saying. Let's see. Ross Pro Part 3 1. I don't know. The model is basically based on opinion. Yeah. And the Lichtman guy, you talk about a never Trumper. That guy is freaking deranged. It's like you can't have the guy saying, I have this totally real model saying, I hate Trump, I hate Trump, I hate Trump. Then proceed to say that Afghanistan wasn't a disaster for Biden? It's like, it's a cool model to look at, see, okay, how is the things looking, all of that, but yeah. Alright, I think it's time for us to get into the prediction. Alright, you've all been waiting for this. The updated map post-debate. So, we got Iowa, and I'm not even... There's no sign of this changing. Trump's going to win the vast majority, or a majority of the delegates probably, because if you don't know, Iowa is... Pretty much you get 1%, you get 1% of delegates. It's not like New Hampshire that requires something. But Trump gets a good chunk. I think DeSantis, he's barely holding on, but I think he is in second place. Nikki Haley's picking up steam for no reason. Ramaswamy seems like he's doing good too. The rest of 7, they kind of just go, Pence. Johnson got shafted. If he would have won the debate, he may have gotten a delegate, but that ship has sailed. Scott's imploded. I mean, look at the polling for Scott. Ever since the debate, he's gone down like 10% or whatever. In North Carolina, it was an R+5 environment, but the House of Reps had 7 go to the GOP and 7 go to the Dems. Yeah. And these same assholes complain about, Alabama. Christie Mentum. Christie actually went down a point, I thought. I could be wrong, but yeah, Pence is nothing. Christie gets a delegate because why not? Hutchinson, sure. I guess Burgum gets something. But yeah, we're at a point now where I think just yeah, this is a disaster for the Never Trumpers. I mean, in my opinion, I think Trump gets a majority right now. And that's as of now. I mean, if things continue they're going, he may get like 70% in Iowa. Which, I don't think is going to happen, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's, we kind of know what's going to happen, but I'm just saying that I think Trump is up by so much that, yeah, I don't think it's really going to matter, but Trump gets the majority in Iowa. Whoop-de-doo. Now we get New Hampshire, and this is where the 10% threshold is going to backfire in certain people. Hold on. If Perry Johnson and Elder were allowed to debate, how do you think they would have done? Johnson, I think, would have done okay. You know, him just being on the stage is a win. You think Burgum had no name recognition? Think of Perry Johnson. He has negative name recognition. So it would have been nice to get him on the debate stage and, you know, hopefully convince people to look at his 2-cent plan, but we're never going to see it. Let's see here. Christie gets the majority. So, the new polling shows that, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Nikki Haley's tied with DeSantis. I'm stunned about. That it's looking like we're going to see Haley's the new establishment pick. When DeSantis pulls below third or whatever, they're going to go all to Haley. So Christie actually went down based on the new polling. So, yeah, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Nikki Haley is a serious threat to DeSantis. And Ramaswamy's not that far behind. Yeah, Haley's awful, but she's barely at 10% right now in the new polling. And she's picking up steam with the Never Trumpers. DeSantis abandoning him for Haley, lol. Yeah, just like these people, it's like, what? Your whole point was DeSantis is not the real establishment pick. So you proceed to go with Nikki Haley. What? Did you not get the memo? Nikki Haley's a war hawk. She's a definition of the establishment pick. Give Trump like 60% of Iowa. Well, it's just how it works in Iowa. I don't think that's going to happen. Would the GOP start gerrymandering? The second they do, it gets thrown out. That's the current court system right now. Democrats can draw Illinois. That's fine. But Arkansas, they can throw that out. I mean, how can people look at that and say that's fine? You can't. Now we have the great state of Nevada, which I believe it is a 3%. What is it? 4%. So that means the candidates with at least 4% of the vote get delegates, and you have no foreign policy experience, and it shows. Yeah, Nikki Haley was just, go away. Yeah, so with Nevada, that's arguably Trump's strongest early state. I think he's going to get the good chunk again. At this point, he's just picking up steam. Nikki Haley probably gets a few. DeSantis, what's left of his campaign, gets some. Would anyone else get anything? I think Ramaswamy and Pence probably get something. It ends up like this. Ramaswamy gets a couple. Pence gets a couple. But end of the day, it's looking more and more likely that this is just Trump. But then you get South Carolina. And this is going to be the funniest thing of them all, because it's winner take all. And you have two people from South Carolina splitting the vote. Trump is pulling at like 55%. While everybody's splitting the vote evenly. He's winning all the delegates. That's how South Carolina works. It's winner take all, unless you win a congressional district or two, but is that really going to happen? As of now, there's no sign of anybody stopping Trump in South Carolina, Nevada, New Hampshire, all of it. Let's see, I think DeSantis will drop out. Well, I think he waits till Florida. He's so deluded that he thinks, just wait for Florida, everybody. Just wait for it. But at this point in time, I think it would be Trump, Haley, Ramaswamy, and DeSantis. Those are the four that I think would stay in after South Carolina. I know Haley lost her state, but I think she would have some support from the GOP establishment. They basically tell her, you can still beat Trump. Essentially do the same crap they did with DeSantis 5 months ago. Unless Youngkin enters, which I don't really see that happening. Now we have, surprisingly, Michigan. Yeah, it's Michigan's next. And I believe it is, let's see here. Yeah, so if the presidential contender receives the majority of the vote, he gets all of it. And I think Trump gets all of it. It's Michigan. That is the definition of a Trump state. He's a state that Trump was the first Republican since, I think, HW to win. Like 40 years. And he did very good in 2016 there in the primary. And all the candidates are just weak in the state. I mean, Nikki Haley is just going to get the people in Grand Rapids to vote for her. DeSantis is all over the place. Trump has the broadest appeal in Michigan. So I think he gets all of the delegates in the Michigan primary. That's what I think's going to happen. Perry Johnson wins all the delegates. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to stay in. I hope he stays in or just runs for the Michigan Senate seat, but it still stinks that he got robbed of the debate. Is Charlie Baker just an honest Nikki Haley? Yeah, he's just a liberal governor in Massachusetts, or former. So, yeah, he's honest while being a leftist and never Trumper, so there's that. Not like Nikki Haley, which we all know you want to start World War III in Syria and Ukraine. We understand that you want to put, I mean, she said, I cannot believe she said this. I don't care what your opinion is of this country, of, Israel. I don't care. All right? I think they're an ally, but that doesn't mean, we have to spend 100% of our GDP on them. With that being said, this bozo on the debate stage says, Israel, we need Israel, but Israel doesn't need us. I mean, how can you say that? Say what you will about America, but without our support, what do you think would happen to Israel in a couple days? Or a couple months? Just an example. This delusion that we need Israel, but they don't need us? I mean, what? How can people look at that and say, yeah, she's a great candidate? She's not. That's an optics disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, it's just like, if they don't need us, like, if we need them, why do they always need foreign aid from us? You understand this logic that they need us more? Or, yeah, no, we need them, but we have to give them foreign aid? I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just saying that they are an ally, but it's just this America Last policy is why the GOP hasn't won in 50 years. Or not 50 years, but 40 years in the Rust Belt. She probably meant it spiritually or something. Nah. She meant it as, it's like the Dan Crenshaw meme. You saw that? Go look it up. I mean, again, I'm fine with Israel. I think they're a good ally, but it's like, I don't get some of this worship. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why you say stuff like that and then expect people to vote for you. Again, they're an ally. I agree with that. They are an ally. They're a good ally to us, but I don't get it. I really do not get what some of these people are saying on the debate stage. All right, now we get to the real embarrassment for Mr. DeSantis and the crew. The Super Tuesday, which is, we start with Alaska, which you need 13% of the vote to win or get delegates. I think Trump gets some, DeSantis, and yeah, hold on. Yeah, Trump gets a good chunk. I think DeSantis gets a few, and Nikki Haley, I think thinks she gets a bit of delegates, because at this point in time, the Nikki Haley vote, it would just be the Never Trumpers that were with Christie and stuff. Any House Republican elections going on? There are in Utah and stuff, but it's gonna be like 4 hours later. I don't really want it. We all know Becky Edwards is sadly gonna win. The fact we got a never Trump, pro Biden Republican, what am I supposed to say? You know, let's see. NATO is a scam. Yeah, I'm fine with the concept of NATO, but not this idea of, oh, we have to pay for everything, but Germany has to pay nothing. You know, that's why people are pissed off about it. That's why Trump was saying, we're going to just make them start paying. Because there's no reason that Germany paid nothing for years. They slouched off us for decades. And people are wondering, why are people so mad at NATO? Because crap like that. We're paying for the entire thing, and they're not willing to spend the 2% or whatever it is. It's not much. It's like 1% of the GDP or whatever. They don't spend it. They never did. Then Trump got in there, and suddenly that started to change a little bit. But, yeah. Does Nevada have a GOP state legislator? No, they don't. It's Democrat. It's not really gerrymandered because just how Nevada is, you know, it's the reverse of Wisconsin. Wisconsin, all the votes for the GOP or Democrats is in a 2 square mile area in Madison. That's where all the votes are for the Democrats. While in Nevada, the problem is there's not a lot of rural voters and how it's set up. It's not a good fit. That's a big problem with the state of Nevada for the GOP. It's not necessarily gerrymandered, though you can make it cleaner. But if Becky Edwards wins, would you think if the Utah Supreme Court makes the Democrat district in SLC, would that be better than or Salt Lake City? Would that be better than her or the same or worse? I think it would be better if a Democrat won against Edwards. Because at least with a Democrat, you know that it's a never Trumper, whatever. But the fact that you have a Republican that's arguably to the left of most Democrats, she supports abortion. You ask her, when do you oppose abortion? I don't think that's up to the states. Roe versus Wade was the greatest thing since sliced bread. How can people look at that and say, oh yeah, we need that? The state of Arkansas, take a guess, winner take most. That means if you get 50% of the vote, you get all the delegates. Let's see here. Remember at let's see here. If Trump wins 2024, do you think the GOP can gerrymander more? I don't know. But yeah, Arkansas, I think, just is a sweep for Trump. I mean, when you start getting the Super Tuesday in California, remember this. Trump's gonna win California. Right now, he's at 5%. That means he gets all the delegates. And that's why the DeSantis people were crying wolf. Suddenly, with Trump is above 50, when they were above 50 for months, suddenly, the rules had to change. So far, they haven't. But that's why they were crying about California. That's why. You rather have a Democrat who will vote with you 5% of the time versus an R who will vote 80%. She's not going to vote 80%. What is she conservative on? Even economic stuff, she's just a full-blown progressive. Why do you think all the Democrats want her to win? She'd be lucky to vote 50% of the time. That's how bad Edwards is. She's going to make Murkowski look conservative. That is a disgrace. Just look it up. When does she oppose abortion? When does she support anything that's conservative? She doesn't. And the fact that she's about to win, and I'm hoping that Bruce Howe, I think that's how you say his name, wins. Because if we get stuck with her, knowing Utah, we're stuck with her forever. Just a travesty, folks. Complete travesty, we are stuck with that. The great state of Colorado. Take a guess, another winner-take-most state. That means Trump gets above 50%, he gets all the delegates. Now do you see why the pathway for anybody but Trump is difficult? It doesn't matter if he's barely at 51 or not. He's pulling at 55, 56 in most states. That would give him all the delegates. Becky Edwards makes Dan Crenshaw look like Bob Good. Yeah. That's what we're talking about here. Not saying it's an ideal situation, but saying you'd rather have a D is an interesting take. The Democrat will lose next year. You know, that's the thing. With this Becky Edwards loser, she's staying there as long as she wants. With a Democrat, yeah, she's going to be there for whatever. It's going to be there for a year or so, but then get rid of him. I'm hoping, please, Bruce Howe win. For the love of God, please win. I did see some internals, but I don't know if I believe that necessarily. Massachusetts now. Take a guess. 50% or more. And I'm not even gonna... Do people understand why Trump is in a very good situation? At this point in time, with a bunch of people dropping out, he's getting easily above 50% everywhere. Except a certain state we were talking about earlier, but... Let's see here. You are forgetting the Nikki Haley sweep on Super Tuesday. True. Phil Scott is more conservative than Becky Edwards. That may be pushing it, but actually, I don't know. I mean, ask her about, like, anything. Ask her about guns. Ask her about school choice. There's nothing. At least with Phil Scott, you got taxes. Yay. PK for 2. Utah and Alaska are by far the worst red states. Oh, no. Alaska has problems, but at least they tried to get rid of Murkowski. They tried. But they couldn't because of that stupid system she implemented. It's Utah and Kansas. The Kansas GOP thinks Glenn Youngkin is an extremist. When he is by far, and they said on abortion, it's like, you frickin' kidding me, right? This is why the Kansas GOP has gone to shit. You think Youngkin is an extremist? It's Kansas or Utah. Pick your poison. Let's see here. If Trump wins 2024, will he replace some SCOTUS judges and allow for more gerrymandering? Hopefully, but the problem is, like, Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is a freaking stinker when it comes to redistricting. I don't know why. Coney Barrett, freaking Gorsuch, they are usually good on redistricting. But it's Kavanaugh that's the one that's screwed us over. So, Minnesota. 85% or more. That's not going to happen, but... I think candidates qualify. I think Trump gets the good chunk. DeSantis probably gets probably Haley also. Something like that. I mean, even in a state that he doesn't get the threshold, he still kicks everybody's ass. True conservative Phil Scott. If a candidate wins a district in California, they get the delegates. Yeah, but when you're up by this much, he's up by 40. Well, what districts is DeSantis going to win? It's Jover. Salt Lake County is more than half of the voted. What? It's Jover. Salt Lake County is more than half of the vote in today's special election. Well, shit. Well, that's why I don't want to stream that. Freaking, I'm getting sick of some of these GOPs. I mean, whatever happened to Utah? The Mormons. The supposedly conservative group known as the Mormons. Chris Kobach is the only hope for the Kansas GOP, agree. Problem is he can never win anything more than, like, Attorney General. That's his problem. I like him, but he has this problem of he cannot win anything past the attorney general seat. So, Tennessee, is this what I think it is? Let's see here. If one candidate receives more than 2/3 of the vote, only one candidate receives 20% or more of the vote, the candidate receives all 3 delegates. I think Trump gets all the delegates here, because I'm trying to think here who would get 20%. Let's see here. Mormons are literally too nice to be conservative. Yeah, but they're always the one in exit polling. They're the ones that are considered very conservative. Let's see here. It's Joe over Becky's the next Cheney, but way, 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 way worse. At least with Cheney, I'm not a fan of Cheney, don't get me wrong here. At least she was decent on immigration. And before she went, like, total Trump derangement syndrome, she was okay. Outside of foreign policy, she wasn't the worst. She was fine. The foreign policy stuff was bad, but before she went total Trump derangement syndrome, she was not terrible on most issues. Just don't look at her foreign policy. That's not pretty. But not fun. Not fun at all. All right. Becky Edwards, the type of person to call Nikki Haley a far-right extremist. Oh, she vehemently supports Biden even to this day. Despite all the crap going on, she supports Biden. What am I supposed to say to that? The fact that that's real is just pathetic. Texas. Oh boy, is this another winner take most state? Why isn't it red? If the candidate receives a majority of the vote, all of the is delegated. Trump's not gonna lose. He's going to get all the delegates. This is a problem. Becky Edwards thinks that John McCain was a good candidate. No, I guarantee you Edwards thinks John McCain was too far right. I guarantee it. How much would I bet she supported Obama? Because I think she did. She supported Clinton. She supported Obama, I believe. I think. Thoughts on Alabama redistricting news. Not surprising, but hopefully the Alabama GOP does something. But Cheney learned foreign policy from her father. That's true. That's 100% real. Virginia, I think, is the only one that's actually proportional. So, sure, I guess Trump gets something. It ends up like that. Yeah, it's going to be like something like that. Because it is proportional, so somebody could qualify. So she's a Democrat. She's a progressive Democrat running as a Republican. That's why I don't want to watch it, because it's one of those things where it's like you kind of know how it's going to go, but hopefully Bruce Howe wins. He's actually like good. Becky Edwards probably thinks that Ass Hutchinson is a right-wing extremist. Yeah! Hutchinson is too far right. Yeah, just the fact that that's not even like too far-fetched is just freaking nuts. That's the GOP, everybody. That's why people hate the Republican Party. Okay, Alabama, let me guess. Winner take most. Wow. What a shocking turn of events. Howe. I can never say his name correctly. Is it Bruce Howe? It's like H-O-G-U or whatever. But yeah, I think it's Bruce Howe. Remember at the GOP convention when they said Ass Hutchinson's name, they booed so hard? Yeah, that was freaking hilarious. Remember at the GOP convention when they said, oh yeah, I've read that. Hey, Rap, you might as well just make all the states blue at this rate. Yeah, I mean, I have to do the tradition of the monthly prediction, but everybody see why I'm kind of just like, no. Winner take most. It never stops. It's all winner take most. That's why there's no pathway for Joe or for freaking DeSantis. Let's see here. So, North Carolina, sure. Other people get something. Probably something like that. Just, DeSantis not even to crack 60. That political guy for 10. Becky Edwards doesn't believe in the power of Stapleton. True. He's a far-right extremist from Montana. That's probably what she sounds like, too. Not even a woman. Let's see here. When this idiot Mike Pence called Vivek a rookie and said we don't need need on-the-job training and wonder why young voters hate the GOP. Yeah. Like, I understand, like, yeah, you want somebody with some experience, but to say, like, we don't need somebody young like you, it's like, just say, I believe we need somebody that has learned the grasp of foreign policy and stuff. That's fine, but to insult them for being young? Edwards would consider Christie a clown. I mean, that's... Christie would consider... Oh my gosh. Jim would put up a fight. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Austin American for 2. The Utah GOP picked Malloy, and she's coming in 3rd. Yeah, good job, Utah. Should have got behind... What was his freaking name? It was some other, like, really base dude that... I don't know what happened, but he's not on the ticket because reasons. But Edwards is. Breaking. Becky Edwards files a run against MAGA Nazi Wilherd Mithouse Romney. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't freaking know what's happening, but the fact that we're joking, but it's like, this isn't far-fetched. Hughes, yeah, that's his name. He's all, like, he's not like, I'm not expecting, you know, Paul Gosar, but I would certainly take, like a Ken Buck type. I would certainly take, like, a B-tier congressman, you know, somebody that's, yeah, may not be perfect on everything, but relatively solid. I would rather take that than freaking below F. What's below F tier, everybody? That's what she is. Yeah, is Hughes the guy? That's his name. Yeah. It's like Bruce Howe, I think. I can never say it correctly. Oklahoma. What would you know? Winner take most. Utah. Oh, gosh. What are the freaking rules here? If a candidate receives the majority of the vote, okay. But there's no way in hell Trump actually gets above 50. This would be the closest situation of probably Nikki Haley yeah, something like this. It would be the closest state of Trump almost getting toppled. It would freaking be Utah. The fact that this is real. I hate the Utah GOP. Kevin McCarthy pledges to spend $100 billion to protect Becky Edwards and win Rhode Island in 2023. Yeah, I mean, Becky Edwards gets her own tier. I mean, I'm honestly rooting for the Democrat if she's the nominee. I mean, yeah, the Democrat's going to be there for a year, but would you rather have that or or essentially a partisan Democrat long term? You know? Old and never Trump has jumped from Pence to Christie to DeSantis to Haley. Yeah. What's worse, Becky Edwards or the UK Conservatives? At least the UK Conservatives are like, halfway competent on immigration, mostly. Edwards, I think, for amnesty. I don't think she even wants border security. Let me get her website up. Hold on. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. Okay. I don't even think she wants freaking border security. That's what we're talking about here. Priorities. Oh, God. I think I did read this before, but okay. Oh, gosh. Families first. Okay, that's fine. Okay, health. Okay, this is fine. This is just... But wait a minute. She doesn't even mention school choice. She doesn't even mention school choice. She talks about local control, but look at this. This funding can only be generated by a federal exchange, but is managed by school community council. No, she doesn't even support school choice. If I'm reading this correctly. Oh my gosh. Gentlemen, let's hear immigration. Immigration is a challenging issue that deserves sensitivity and nuance. We must create policies that both ensure the safety of America and provide rules for those who wish to enter. Rules for those that wish to enter, including the workers that our agriculture and tourism-based economies need to business and thrive. I believe in solutions that support strong families and the well-being of Utah children and that respect and maximize opportunities for immigrants to flourish. What? Oh my God. This is... Bro, time out. What does immigration have to do with families? This is a Democrat. Okay, fiscal responsibility. Balancing the budget, fine. Women in the economy. Utah is currently experiencing a she-cession, with women leaving the workplace at 5 times the rate as men. It is vital to provide support and opportunities to women as they contribute to the workplace, within the home. This is... She's a Democrat! Bruh. We have done it. You see why I would vote Democrat here. Environmental stewardship. Energy independence. Okay, she supports fossil fuels. Yay. Changing climate. Okay, it's not terrible. I thought it would be bad. Strengthening our democracy. Oh, good lord. Term limits, that's fine. Supporting our troops. Utah is lucky to be home to thousands of active duty military personnel because of military installations such as Hill Air Force Base. I strongly believe that current service members, veterans, and their families should always be treated with respect and dignity. And that means our government should always follow through on our commitments. It makes those national heroes. I honor the service. Okay, fine. This isn't bad. Civic education. Support expansion of education with civics. Okay. That's not terrible. I believe the strength of our country and democracy depend on the protection of our constitutional rights, and I'm a firm supporter of the Second Amendment. I also believe it is essential to reduce gun violence through gun safety innovations our states are leading out on, and better supporting mental and behavioral health. Fine. I'll give you that. I thought you would go full-blown, we must prevent Donald Trump from running. An opportunity for all. Oh, good lord. Everyone should have a seat at the table. I'm committed to expanding opportunity and improving the quality of life for all Utahns, especially those who have historically been left out of the conversation. Oh, good. Is this where I think it's going? Race, religion, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, and other factors should not limit opportunities or access to education, employment, housing, and healthcare. Together, we can make significant progress towards our nation's highest ideal liberty and justice for all, as we consider steps to expand opportunity and leave a better legacy for the generation. Oh, good. Time out. I'm overdosing on cringe. What the hell did I just witness? You see why I say support a Democrat if she's a nominee. She's a partisan Democrat. Yeah, it's ESG diversity nonsense. It's like, yeah, everybody should be treated equal, but you're just talking about equity. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, they make it sound like, you know, you can't buy a house if you're black. I'm getting real... You talk about actual racism? That's what it is. I mean, they are insulting minority voters for saying, you can't buy a house right now because of racism. There's just a slap in the face for a lot of hard-working people. Ben Cynics for 2. Just tuned in. Will you stream the primary? No, because we just looked at the issues page and you see why. I want to see her Twitter account. I gotta see this. Becky Edwards. Please be gold. Please. From that... I gotta see if she said anything about Trump. Anything about Biden? Oh, dear. I'm not even gonna... Oh, Jesus. What is this? The moment Mike Lee realized the gravity of Trump. This is when she was running for the Senate. Can't make this up. You can't. I don't know what to say. We are about to get a progressive Democrat as the next... Gosh, I don't want to... That's why I'm gonna just hope to God that somebody else wins that. Not Edwards. No rap, not again. It's either that or Edwards. I'm not... Listen. I'm not gonna... Oh, Jesus. Breaking. Rap political YouTuber from Wisconsin died of cringe this morning. No. I'm experiencing an overdose of cringe right now. What the hell was that? We need to Oh my God. She's not for school choice. She's for amnesty. She's a C-session. Please. Please let it end. Oh, please, somebody win. Yeah, I would much rather take Romney. At least Romney, he votes GOP 60% or whatever. Her would be like 2. The stream was more about Becky Edwards. Yeah, I know. I really do not. I hope that somebody else wins. I would take that Mallory. She's not good, but I'd rather take her. Yeah, I'm hoping these polls are way off. And I've seen a couple internals, but don't know. Hopefully some magical bullshit happens. Yeah, I would take Joe Manchin. I mean, that's what we're talking about here. Let's see here. Ken Paxton's impeachment thoughts. Complete bullshit what they're doing to Ken Paxton. Rap, don't think of her as your 98% enemy. Think of her as your 2% friend. Yeah, that's what some people are gonna say. She's 2% a friend. The fact that we have Republicans that seriously want to compromise with Becky Edwards in an R+30 seat or whatever. Ben Sinnix for 2. She makes Romney look like Pat Buchanan. Yeah, we're getting a lot of those comparisons. That's what we're dealing with here. So Spencer Cox. Yeah, that's another doozy. Why are the Blue Dogs liberal now if they're the most conservative the Democrat? It does not make any sense. Because the Democrats have got rid of all the Blue Dogs, like the actual conservatives. Hey, Becky Edwards makes Joe Day look like an extremist. My God, it's a lot of memes, but again, we're not far off from the truth of half of this. Do you know you can watch the Ken Paxton trial live? Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time on that. It's not even worth what they're doing to him. For frickin' being an attorney, for being one of the best attorney generals in the country. And they treat him like that because he calls out that drunk son of a bitch known as the Speaker. That's what he sounded like, by the way. This is the 1615. That's what he sounded like. He either had a stroke or he was drunk. Resign. And the second that he called it out, the entire GOP suddenly said, we move forward to impeach the Attorney General. A freaking clown show. And you got Menendez in New Jersey that's been there for 30 years. One of the most corrupt people in modern American history. He's still there. Gavin Newsom would be better than Becky Edwards. I don't know about that one, but there's an argument. There is an argument to be made. I'm just looking at chat. Paxton is the next Eric Rydens. Yeah, I swear to freaking God, if they actually impeach and remove him, or if they remove him, that'd be freaking. The entire state legislator's getting primaried out at that point. Bunch of freaking dumbasses. When the only attorney general's doing something, and they get rid of him for being too effective. That's the GOP in a nutshell. Let's see. Whenever rap goes silent, Nikki stares in my soul even more. Real. I endorse Eric. Alright, Becky Edwards sounds like a host of The View. She looks like one! That's the funniest part. She looks and sounds like one. I don't know what she sounds like, but from the looks, she sounds like a freaking man. Just saying. Alright. So if anybody got any more super chats, any more comments, concerns, whatever, send them now. Can we get the prediction for my super chat earlier just to lighten the mood? I'll make a whole video on that. The Becky Edwards memes are glorious because it's just sad. How sad is it? We're about to get that as your next congresswoman. Chris Christie birthday tomorrow. Do a birthday stream. Really? That's actually real. It's his birthday tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not gonna dedicate a whole stream to frickin' Christie. Let's talk elections probably wants Becky Edwards. Oh, all the Democrats do. They all support her. What does that make you sound? What does it make it sound like to you? When all the Democrats want her to be the next congresswoman, more than the other Democrat. Let's see. They're trying to undermine a future Ken Paxton run. Yeah. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to screw over Paxton for doing his damn job. Alright. John Cornyn's the other senator of Texas. That's who they're going to probably primary out. Or at least try to. Every single Becky Edwards tweet has just this pronounced rainbow flag in Ukraine, people liking them. Yeah. That's what we're dealing with here. They're all Democrats. That's why she's going to win. It's all Democrats voting for her. AKA the principled Utah conservative party known as the GOP. That's who's going to vote for frickin' Edwards. Alright. If you guys did enjoy this stream, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the social media accounts in the description down below. And of course, join the channel today. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Godspeed to all of you. Frickin'